Hello folks, how are you all? Oh, just come back from shopping, put all the food away, thought I'd do an update. The election challenge is now finished. Where did I get to? Got quite a bit done. When was the last video? Oh, I think where I left you before was November the 2nd, R for Republican, stitch on a piece linked to the letter R. I did Autumn Harvest because there's some letter R's in there. So there's not that much more to do. There's finish the acorn border, some more of the little gold border, fill in the tree thing in there, and then beading, which oh, some thread there. Don't know what that's of. So that was November the 2nd, and then November the 3rd was sign or banner or plaque or stitch something with text in. So I did To Have and To Hold from Country Cottage Needleworks. It's really nice, that one. That's a restart because I started it earlier in the year and went wrong. So I stitched on this for the text, and I stitched on it for the day after. It was the letter I for independent, and I stitched on this because it's I do for a wedding. And then the day after, oh not the day after, the day after that, November the 6th, stitched something with white for the White House. So I did the little chapel. I'm really pleased how that's stitching up. That's better. And then November the 5th was something linked to the 270. So I chose to do, because I'm me, 270 minutes, which is 4.5 hours, and I did Old World Map. Oh, you have to excuse all the park threads. I have to stand up for this one. So I've been working on this page here. I'm still working in rows. A few people have asked actually how I stitch. So I do a block of 10 by 10, a row of 10 by 10 blocks, and then park in the next row of 10 by 10 underneath. And then when I do that row, so on this row I've stitched all the parked threads first, and then I start this end and just pick the nearest symbol, and then do that colour all the way along, and then park if there's some left, and then fill in the rest. And then the next row underneath there I will work all the parked threads first, and then choose a colour and go along with that colour in the rows. I'm sort of feathering a bit onto the next page because I don't know if you can see that one. I've got a page line there because that area there was the very first challenge for Heaven and Earth, and it was the 10 by 10 blocks diagonal, and it's still quite lumpy and bumpy. So I'm trying to avoid the page lines. So that's coming on. I haven't done as much on that as I normally would, but I'm going to get this page finished this weekend, and then start the next page and hopefully finish up before the end of the month, and then that will go away and Ex Machina will come back out. Just put that back on there. I'm parking quite a lot on the Old World Map because of the confetti nightmare. And then the next 2 days, November the 7th and November the 8th, I didn't do. I just didn't do. I've had a bit of an insomniacal week. Is that a word? Insomniacal? Anyway, haven't slept very well, so I didn't do the last 2 days, and I didn't do, there was something else. Oh, I can't remember. But the Stitch Along for Stitch Mania, the monthly one, is something old, something new, something borrowed and something blue this month. So for something old, I've been working on Old World Map. And then for something new, I had a new start, which I've had this kitted up ready for ages. I've been dying to start it. And it's Faces of Fairy 201. I won this in a giveaway on Instagram from the lovely Raquel, Stitching Rabbit. I love this. I'm very tempted to get the one with the white swan as well. I think this is going to stitch up quite quick because it doesn't say it's a QS or mini, but it's only 225 by 225 and it's 9 pages. So I would think that's going to be a finish for next year. And this is my start, which I started yesterday. So I was a bit late starting this week for my something new. So I've just started that, and I'll work on this until Monday or Tuesday. I think week 3 starts. Did I work on anything else? I don't think I did. No, I didn't work on anything else. Like I say, I haven't. Oh, you know when, like Pam was saying, she makes bad decisions in her sleep deprivation. I'm a bit sleep deprived this week, and I went looking on the Country Cottage Needleworks site, and I got it into my head I wanted to do one of those, you know, the things where they auto ship, one of the village scenes, that the gingerbread village or the Christmas village or the houses. Why would I want to do that? I really like them, actually, but I held off. I didn't do it. Trying to sort of get in gear for the Stitch from Stash January. My plans for, so next week is Stitch Mania. I don't know what other sales are there. I left one of the Facebook groups. I've left a couple actually. The Cross Stitch It's Fun one, not because I didn't like it, because I really did. It was a really fab group like all the others, but I just felt I was in too many main ones, because that one, Cross Stitch Finish Line and Stitch Mania, were my 3 main ones, and I just couldn't keep. And I'm not on Facebook an awful lot. I'm sort of dipping in and out of the groups now and posting my updates for the Stitch Alongs, but not really going on there at the moment. The Cross Stitch Finish Line year-long sale is fall into November, and I'll just work on Autumn Harvest until that's finished, and then start my other harvest piece. And then November the 26th, now I know my ABC is the letter F. Not sure what I'll work on for that, actually. But anyway, plans for next week is, for the monthly Stitch Mania one, will be something borrowed. And I've shown you this, but I'm going to do Afternoon in Rome because it's a borrowed chart from Michelle. So that's next week. And then the week after, something blue, I'll be working on Pierce Street, which I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. I'm not sure if I've shown you this. Just started the steps. So that'll be something blue because it's a blue house. But I'm not sure, I'm telling you this actually, I think I've already told you this, but I'm telling you my plan. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to make a video next week or the week after, because I'm working in hubby's shop full time until the end of the month while the receptionist is on holiday. So I'm not sure how much stitching time I'll get, but obviously I can only take small-ish pieces with me to work, and I probably won't do an awful lot on my Haid only on the weekends. I feel like I'm rambling and saying everything the wrong way around today. Got a bit of brain fog. Had a good night's sleep last night though. I don't know where that picture is for Pier Street. Anyway, so that's what I've worked on and those are my plans. I'm not going to look on the country cottage village house thing. I'm not going to get them. And I've also been sort of revising my plans for next year a little. I don't know whether it's because I'm tired, but I'm starting to sort of not want to do the year of starts. I'm not sure. There's a couple I'm definitely going to start. I'm definitely going to start the Jane Elliott on the 1st of January. But I don't know why I'm holding that. I'm not sure. I have a lot of whips and a lot of my whips are big. So I now have 3 Hades on the go. I have Big Red Ship on the go. I will get some finishes soon. To Have and to Hold won't take very long, and Autumn Harvest is near. Afternoon Rome won't take very long, and I actually think if I spend the week on it, take it to work, because that's next week, isn't it? Something Borrowed. That will be a finish. So I'm going to sort of start off with the year of starts and then see how I go, and if I become a bit overwhelmed, I think I'll just not perhaps start 1 month. I mean, there's no hard and fast rules. There's no stitching police in these groups, so they're pretty laid back. But I'm not sure if by the end of next year I want 30 odd whips. I'm 14 at the moment, which is huge for me. But I am loving everything I stitch, so it doesn't really matter if it started, does it, I suppose? As long as I'm going to get round to it. I think that's it. I think it's a bit of a quick update today, isn't it? I was watching Pam's video. She did a tutorial on how to make the inserts for her Midori style traveller's notebook. And I've never done any sort of papercraft or scrapbooking before, so I bought a few supplies. I already had some like washi tape and paper and stuff like that, but I bought some pattern paper to make some inserts. It's such a fab tutorial. She explains everything so well. And then I think, well, I commented, and I think a lot of people commented, asking her how she makes the actual Midori style cover. So she did a tutorial on that. I think it was the weekend, and I watched it and I thought, I can do that. So spoke to my lovely handy hubby, as you do, and said, do you have any of these things? Yes, he does. So he had a lovely piece of leather in his garage, and then he said, oh, I've got a really good idea to attach the elastic. So I hope I've done this right, Pam. I had to adjust the elastic inside and I haven't trimmed my ends off yet. But I cut the leather and I was really pleased because I curved the edges. I've made my thing to wrap over, which is a bit tight at the moment, so I'm not sure when I've got my inserts in what it's going to be like. Which is why I haven't cut my ends. So I've done the inside. I've got my 2 pieces, and I've done it tight-ish so it's not completely flat. And then we've got a bag of old little foreign coins that just from different holidays and things. So he's drilled some holes in some little foreign coins to attach my elastic. And then on the front, I don't know what coin this is. Oh, it's a €2. Can you see that? And he's drilled a hole and I've attached my thing through there. So I just need to make a couple of inserts now, and like I say, I've got the stuff ready, but it's fat. I can't wait to sort of adapt it, and I just need to get on the computer and do some little cross-stitch tracker things to make, to insert, and just to sort of really think what I want to put in it. I did buy a little diary, just bog standard diary, upside down, to put in, because I can't make one of those. And then I'm going to make a little lined paper notebook and a plain paper notebook. And I watched another tutorial. They made an insert, but they put a pocket there so you can slide things in. So I'm going to make one of those as well. But it was really fun. I really enjoyed doing that. So thank you, Pam, for showing us how you did that. I'll put a link to her both tutorials in the description box below. I think that's it. I've been really busy, but I don't know what I've been... Oh, I made some more project bags, but they were for a friend, and I gave them her yesterday, so I can't show those. So that's it, folks. I'll try and make a video next week, but I'm not sure. I mean, I could do one in the evening, or I could do one on Monday, because I'm not going to be working on Mondays, because that's Hubby's day off as well. So, yes, that is it. So, thank you for watching and listening to me gabble on. Not really knowing what I'm saying today. Have a great stitching week. Oh, Danielle, I'm so sorry you've had that news. Big hugs and love to you. It's crap, but everyone is supporting you and behind you, and we are all I speak for everybody else, we're all thinking of you, so big hugs to you. So have a great stitching week. Thank you everyone for commenting and liking and subscribing. I'm going to, while this is uploading, I'm going to go and answer all the comments from last week, because I haven't managed to do that yet. And I will hopefully see you next week. If not, take care, have fun. Bye.